So I've worn my hair flat ironed or straight for a couple of weeks, and I was really getting the itch to install passion twists. And I was this close to installing passion twists. I mean, I have the hair, I have everything. And I said, wait a minute, why am I putting synthetic hair in when I could just try to twist my own hair? Now, I've done mini twists before, and they actually weren't even, considered mini, but I liked them, and I figured, let me try twists again, try to make them smaller, try to make them mini, and see what happens and see how they come out. Worst case, they don't come out right. I'm uncomfortable and I take them down. But here are my mini twists, and I love them. Now, my challenge with twists is that I have very fine hair, and that's not so much the problem, but in certain areas it is low density, particularly in the back, in my going toward my nape area. So my hair is finer back there, and it's also lower density back there. So it can appear thin, and having mini twists on fine/thin low density hair just may not, it may look like little sticks, and that's not what I wanted. But let me turn around and show you what they look like. So I don't think they look so bad at all. This is actually day 2 of the mini twists. I feel good. I've left the house. I swooped them over to one side, and I'm pretty happy. If you have fine hair like me, you can understand when I say there are some hairstyles that I just may tend to stay away from, because depending on how they are, they may expose too much scalp, or they may expose parts that a person with more dense hair or even thicker hair, that's not a problem that they have. But depending on how fine or how thin your hair is, if you part your hair a certain way, it just may expose too much of the parts, and that just may not be something that you want to share. So my twists, to me, they came out, look at this, they're fairly juicy and thick looking. And I hope that, you don't stay away from a style simply because you're intimidated by it. Just try it. Find a method that may work, just like I did with these twists. And stick around for the tutorial, and I'll show you
my Head and Shoulders Dry Scalp Care Shampoo, which I really love, and then deep conditioned with Mielle Organics Babassu Oil and Mint Deep Conditioner. I got it for $5 during their Black Friday sale. I thought that was just a steal. And my hair is really soft, and it smells nice, but the smell does really linger on that deep conditioner. So as I comb my hair and begin to section it, I'm thinking about how I'm going to make my parts for these twists. I'm hoping that I can stagger the parts so, they just won't be so uniform. And, I'm officially calling these mini twists instead of just twists, because I think this is as small as I can go without making them look like strings. I know some people really, really have mini twists, but because my hair is fine, I just don't want them to come out too small. Plus, in the back of my mind, I fear that my hair will lock up or something, especially in the back. And y'all excuse those dry scalp flakes. I know you see them, but they come out when I use my fine tooth comb. So what I'm doing now is showing you just how fine my hair is in the back. It's a little scalpy. So that's why I really want to just strategically make my parts. And the texture is different in the back too. It's curly and elongated in the back and much less defined in the crown and in the front. See there, it's getting a little bit coarser, I guess, as it goes up toward the crown. Okay, so I've made the part for my first row of mini twists. And for my leave-in, I'm using Mielle Pomegranate and Honey leave-in conditioner. So putting that all over my hair before I twist. And for my styler, to help my twists look more fluffy, I'm using mousse. I'm using the Cream of Nature Argan Oil of Morocco mousse. It's fluffy and it's light, and I've just discovered that using mousse will make my hair look fuller and thicker, you know, better than other products. And the mousse is so soft and it's airy, and it just allows me to really use it liberally, you know, without having to worry about my hair getting flat. Like if I over apply a cream styler, I know my hair will come out pretty flat because I've used too much, but not the case with mousse. If you've got fine hair and you want to really beef up your hair, especially if it's in twists like this, use mousse. So this looks like the third row of twists. And in my opinion, I think my sections are pretty big. And next time I can probably make 2 twists out of every one on that row. And using this mousse, like I mentioned, it makes the twists fluff up when they dry. So I'm pretty confident that this section would look nice and full with more twists. I can definitely put more in. Little section of my hair. Yay! Now I love a side part. I wear it when my hair is flat twisted or if it's flat ironed. So I want a side part on my twist, and I twisted the front and crown of my hair at an angle. And it took me roughly maybe 2.5 hours to twist my whole head. I don't think that's too bad, considering I was constantly battling and strategizing in my mind on how to make my parts. So, and honestly, part of me was still thinking, man, should I have just installed the passion twists? But anyway, I was just second guessing myself. I am so glad I went with the mini twists. And if you notice, I did not twist very tight at the root, and there's 2 reasons why. I didn't want excess tension on my hair at the root. Plus, I don't want so much of the parts to show in my head since my hair is pretty fine. So I had a good grip on the twists, but I did not pull tight at the root when I began each twist.
I really hope this video was helpful for you, for anyone who has fine hair and maybe who's been wanting to try twists and just wasn't quite sure how they would look. If you haven't tried mousse, try it because I feel like it just made my hair more fluffy. And that's what us fine haired sisters need, is a little fluff any way we can take it. So comment below if you plan to try twists with mousse or if you've tried it and if you liked it or you did not. Any tips that you want to share on my channel in the comments, please do. I'm your cheerleader. I need a cheerleader too. So any tips that we can share with each other to help us, feel good and feel positive about ourselves, I'm all about it. Until next time, keep it naturally corporate.